Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Take Me Home. I'm Wes, and in today's episode we'll be taking on Boreham Wood in the first round of the FA Trophy, and then we'll be taking on second place Braintree in the league. So since you were last with me, we've played a bunch of games. Last episode was the first game of the new season. No, it wasn't. It was Harlow and Peterborough Sports, where we won both of those games. We only just beat Peterborough Sports in the 92nd minute, I remember. Then we followed that up with a 4-1 win at Enfield Town. We then drew with St Ives away from home. And then we beat Peterborough Sports, still not as convincingly as I'd like, in the FA Trophy first qualifying round. We then beat Lowestoft Town 2-1 in the league. We beat Moneyfields in the FA Trophy second qualifying round, 3-0 in that one. We then lost our only game since the last episode. Our only game since the last episode against Stourbridge, who were in third. And we were 3-0 down, managed to get it back to 3-2, but we couldn't quite get the equaliser in that game. We then beat Kettering Town 4-1. Kettering Town, probably most famous supporter, James Acaster. A little bit of knowledge for you, because I do like my stand-up comedy. Hat-trick from Jaffet Matter in that game. We then struggled against Kidderminster Harriers in the FA Trophy third qualifying round. It was 0-0 and it went to a replay. We then absolutely hammered them in the replay, 5-0 away from home. And then we beat Banbury United 1-0. We then beat Alverchurch 2-1 at home. And then we beat Slimbridge in the Southern League Cup second round. So we're through to the third round of that, and we're through to the first round of the FA Trophy. In terms of transfers, we've had a few come in and a few go out. No, we haven't had any go out because Martin went in the last episode. Have we released anybody? Yeah, O'Neill's gone, Paul Jones has gone, Alito's gone, Leon Legg had gone in the last episode. So yeah, all three of them gone, all for the same reason. Got a grumpy on, so they can go. What the hell happened there? Right, so we brought in Harry Wright. He's the reason why we let Paul Taylor go, because we've brought him in. He's so much better than both Taylor and Rogerson. He's come in as our new best goalkeeper. He's 23 years old, English, formerly of Halifax Town, where he was on loan from Ipswich last season. He played an entire season in the National League, conceded 38 goals, so he conceded an average of a goal a game, but he kept 14 clean sheets, 2 Player of the Match awards, and an average rating of 6.71, which for a goalkeeper is pretty good. As we all know, goalkeepers don't get very good ratings on this game. We then brought in David Omilebu, a 19-year-old English striker who can play on both wings and can play at left back. He was a bit of a panic buy, really. I don't know why we brought him in. Maybe just because a couple of players were concerned about lack of depth, so I just signed him on and on contract. He's in our under 23. He's never likely to get into the first team. We then brought in Tom Broadbent, 29-year-old English centre back, decent attributes, and he's come in from Swindon on a free. Where he played 29 games in League Two last season. So he's taken quite a step down to come and join us, but he's been playing well for us since he's come in. He was quite a good capture, as was Jake Taylor, a 23-year-old English central midfielder. He's come in on a proper contract from he was on loan. He's been on loan from Nottingham Forest for the last 2 seasons at Port Vale and Burton Albion. So he was playing in League One last year, only played 8 games, and then the year before that he played a full season in League Two. So again, big step down for him. But he's been playing well for us again, 4 appearances, average rating of 6.75. We then brought in Che Tilt, a 24-year-old English winger. He's coming on and on contract. I did mention in the last episode, I think, that I wanted someone with a bit more quality for our depth in on the wings, and he can play both wings. He's played in this league for Stourbridge for the last 3 seasons, and he's now come to us. He's not played that well, really. He's only made 2 appearances, but he's a backup option, so he's not likely to play every game. And finally, this is probably my favourite signing, 23-year-old Jamal Hector Ingram. 23-year-old, like I said, he's a striker, can also play on the wings. He's got 13 finishing, he's got 12 corners, 14 crossing. He's come in on a free from Derby County, formerly of West Ham, and he does look like a good striker, and I think he's come in as our best striker, better than Tate and Kendall. And if you're looking at that, Jaffet Matter doesn't even get on the list of our top 3 strikers anymore, but he is still our leading goal scorer, and we are top of the league at the moment. We're 3 points clear at the top, and we could extend that lead in today's episode because we played Braintree in the second game. But Matter leading the way with 19 goals so far this season. He's getting close to 100 goals for us as well, 100 league goals anyway, because he's scored 89 league goals for us in the last 3 seasons. So only needs another 11 goals to hit 100 goals for the club. So hopefully that will happen in an episode that is on YouTube. But if it isn't, I will show you his 100th goal when we come to the next episode, if it happens in between. Matter also leading the way for average rating in the league, and Carl Bennett in 3rd for that. But he is top for assists, well clear at the top for assists in the league. We've also got Jaffet Matter, who's joint first for Player of the Match awards, and Dion Kelly-Evans in 3rd place for yellow cards so far this season. We have continued to pick up quite a few red cards this season, so there's been quite a lot of rotation in the last few games, especially. Our wingers and fullbacks tend to get themselves sent off quite regularly. Now, Boreham Wood, our opponents in the next game, are in the National League, so they're 2 leagues above us. They are 19th in the league. If we have a quick look at their recent form, I mean, they've lost a couple of games. They went through a really bad patch in October, so I'm hoping we can get a result against them. We're in form. We've only lost 1 game in the last couple of months, so we've only lost 3 league games all season, only drawn 2. We've won 13 games. We're doing really well, and this is the team that we're going to go with for the game against Boreham Wood. We've gone with Wright in goal, a back 4 of DeBayo, Broadbent, Kirk and Kelly-Evans, a midfield 2 of Carter and Taylor. Parks is on the bench because he's not been in particularly good form, to be honest. He's doing well when he's coming off the bench, but yeah, he's not been in extremely good form. Kajar is out injured at the moment, so we've had to go with Tilt and Bennett on the wings, and then a debut for Hector Ingram alongside Jaffet Matter. Hector Ingram has played a couple of games in the under 20. I think he's played 1 game in the under 23s. He's not completely match fit, but I think he's got the quality that could potentially get us through to the next round of this competition. Not that I'm overly fussed, it's more the money that I'm bothered about with this competition, because obviously we get some prize money if we get through it, and the way things are going at the moment, I think we're about £80,000 in debt at the moment, so a decent cup run could do us the world of good. I'm going to say, go out there and give the fans their money's worth. I would like to have given a team talk that said we were the underdogs, but we're not. According to the bookies, we're actually favourites for this game, despite the fact that Boreham Wood are 2 leagues above us. So that just shows the quality of player we've now got at the club. We're 8 minutes in, we've got the first highlight, and it's Boreham Wood in possession, trying to work their way through. They're running at us now. Someone needs to put a challenge in, and Taylor does, but can't win the ball back. We're still defending. Kelly-Evans puts a tackle in, can't get the ball back, and we're 1-0 down. Wright not covering himself in glory there. I think he could have done a lot better with that chance. If we take a look at it, I mean, 2 players put tackles in and couldn't win the ball back, and then their striker was unmarked. I mean, Yeah, he was caught off balance. So I don't know. I'm not going to blame him too much there. He made it an absolute howler in one of the games that he played for us, and yeah, we're now 2-0 down. I don't think we're going to get very much from this game. It's only 10 minutes in, we're 2-0 down. And once again, I mean, the defence there were shocking. Wright practically had the ball in his hands and it still managed to go in the back of the net. But we've got a kick-off highlight, and hopefully it goes in our favour. If we can get one back straight away, we wouldn't be out of this yet, with it being so early on in the game. Carter with the ball in midfield, lays it off to Taylor, back to Carter, to Tilt, who looking for Jaffet Matter, lays it back to Bennett, who's crossed it looking for Hector Ingram and can't find him. And now Boreham Wood come back at us with the counter-attack, but De Bayo wins the ball in the air there, and Taylor picks it up, finds Hector Ingram, who lays it off to Tilt, who cuts inside, running down the middle of the field, lays it off to Taylor, now to Bennett. What can he do with it? He lays it off to Carter, who likes to shoot from range, and he's put one just over the bar. We haven't had a clear-cut chance or a half chance yet, so, you know, we've got room for improvement. It's not like we've been wasteful, although we have had 5 shots and only one of them's been on target. So we're 30 minutes into this first half. I'm going to tell them to show some passion because we haven't really done anything. Kelly Evans with the throw-in crosses it to Hector Ingram, who forces a save out the keeper from close range. He should have really been scoring from there. He's taking the corner though, not really the man we want taking the corners, but it falls to Bennett on the edge of the area. He plays it to Kirk, who he could have found someone better, but Kirk loses the ball. Luckily, the highlight ends. We've got another one, though. It's De Bayo with the throw-in to Hector Ingram. Cuts inside. Can he find a cross? He loses out. He thought he'd lost out, but he's just hit the ball against the player. De Bayo with the cross from deep and finds Jaffet Matter for his 24th goal of the season. Only 10... Oh, no, this is a cup game, so this doesn't count towards his 100 league goals. To be honest, in that first season for us, he never scored in the cups. So he practically just only scored in the league. I need to have a look at his stats for us in all competitions. But he's only still 11 league goals away from being our first 100 goal scorer. There, I don't know what I'm saying there. My brain's not working. It's this self-isolation that's it's getting to me. It's only day one of my self-isolation, but still. Second half, we've got a chance to get back into this. Hector Ingram with the corner, looking for Kirk at the back post, and it's straight into the hands of the keeper. Just a minute into the first half, into the second half. See, brain not working. Oh, we've got a highlight. I was going to shout at them there, but I'll wait till after this highlight. Bennett to Hector Ingram, and that's his first goal for the club. He draws us level. It was a lovely cross from Kyle Bennett. Well worked from the throw-in there. Matter just laid it off to Bennett. And it was a good cross right onto the boot of Hector Ingram. And he makes no mistake that time. We've now got a kick-off highlight. Oh, are we going to go straight behind again? We've won the ball back. Kelly Evans with the ball forward. He was looking for Matter there, but it's Taylor now with it. He plays it sensibly back to Broadbent, who plays a long ball looking for Tilt, but he can't get there. It's Hector Ingram now. Plays the ball through to Matter. Can we make it 3-2? It's straight at the keeper, and he forces the corner. I mean, that's usually Matter would be odds on to score from there most of the time, but not today. We're an hour in. I'm going to make a substitution. Carter on a yellow card. I don't want to go down to 10 men, so we're going to bring him off. We'll bring on Jordan Parks, and we'll swap Taylor and Parks around so Parks can play in his preferred position. So maybe we might be able to get a few more free kicks going in this game. Hector Ingram with another corner though. Can't beat the first man. Parks wins the ball back to Hector Ingram, looking for Taylor at the back post. And the keeper gathers that with ease. I'm going to tell them to show some passion. I think Boreham Wood are coming back at us now on the counter-attack from that corner. Parks with the header away, but it falls to one of their players on the edge of the area, but Evans blocks their cross and gets it away. But again, they're coming straight back at us. We need to push them out. They're trying the long ball over the top. They've got the flick on, and luckily it goes just wide. I'm going to make another substitution now on the 70 odd minute mark. I'm going to take Broadbent off. He's not playing well and he's on a yellow card, so I'll bring on Marquez Muir for him. Bennett's looking uninterested and he's only on 68% conditioning, so we're going to bring on Forster for him. Swap him round with Tilt because Forster prefers the left hand side. We've gone attacking. I'm going to demand more from my players. I mean, a 2-2 draw at home against a team 2 leagues above us is not to be sniffed at, but we could win it. I think that was Tilt with the header at the back post, and we're into stoppage time. 5 minutes of stoppage time to go. We've had 4 clear-cut chances today and 1 half chance, and it has ended 2-2, so that will go to another replay. I'm going to say we did brilliantly to come back and salvage a draw from that, because I think we did. Like I said, the team we were playing against, Boreham Wood, are 2 leagues above us, so we really shouldn't be beating them, but we did well in that game, and it was nice to see Hector Ingram get his first goal for the club. So we'll have a quick look where that replay is going to happen. It is up next. I'm not going to show the replay. I'm going to play that offline because I want to show you the Braintree game, because it's more important to see how we're doing in the league, I think. Although being in the FA Trophy is important financially, I think winning the league will give us a better chance, and getting promotion as quickly as we possibly can is our best way to stay afloat as a football club. So we'll come back. I'll play the Boreham Wood game offline, and then we'll be back for the Braintree game. Okay, so we're ready for the Braintree game then. Just so you know what went on in the replay, we absolutely hammered Boreham Wood 6-0 in the replay. We was away from home. We just hit the ground running. 4 goals from Michael Tate in that game, 1 from Jaffet Matter and 1 from Tilt, and we were just, I don't know, we just managed to absolutely hammer them, and we came away with the win. So we are through to the second round of the FA Trophy, and we'll be playing a local rival. In fact, we'll be playing Hemel Hempstead Town. Hemel Hempstead, not very far from Ware at all. But today we're concentrating on the Braintree game, and this is the team that we're going to be using for that game. We've gone with Rogerson in goal, preferred to Wright after his performance in the last couple of games, with a back 4 of DeBayo, Muir, Kirk and Kelly Evans. A midfield 2 of Carter and Parks coming in to replace Taylor, who drops to the bench because he came on in the he played in the replay against Boreham Wood and was fantastic. Tilt and Bennett on the wings, and Tate and Matter up front. I was tempted to play Hector Ingram, but with Tate scoring 4 goals in that last game, we've got to give him the chance to carry on. We'll just swap them 2 round. Muir came in for Broadbent because Broadbent looked like he was struggling at the back for pace. And in that last game that we played offline, Muir played the best that I've seen him play, to be honest. I'm going to tell him to pick up where we left off, and I'm hoping we can come out of this game with a win. The only other team in the top, well, we've played all of the teams in the top 5, but most recently the only one we've lost to is Stourbridge. We have got a game in hand on Braintree as well. We're level on points with them, so a win here today would see us go 3 points clear with a game in hand on Braintree, which is a position we would like to be in at this point in the season. We've got our first highlight of the game 28 minutes in. Kelly Evans with the cross to Jaffet Matter, and that is his 26th goal of the season. It was a great cross from Kelly Evans, and yeah, that's his 26th goal of the season. That puts him within 10 league goals of his 100. I did check out over his overall goals for us. He has actually scored over 100 goals for the club, but that's in all competitions. So that's actually his 102nd goal in all competitions for us. But he still needs another 10 to have got to reach 100 league goals. We've got another highlight. Tilt coming in off that left hand side, and it's a poor shot from him. I was hoping it took a deflection, but no, it was just a very poor shot. We've got a free kick now. This is where Parks comes into his own. Great cross from him, finds Kirk at the back post, who heads over. We just don't have anybody else who can match that set piece delivery of Parks. Unfortunately, the rest of his game isn't quite as good as some of the other midfielders we've got at the club, but I think he's worth putting in the team just for those set pieces, especially at this level. I mean, he can pass the ball quite well, and you know, he's the team captain, and he's an influential player, so we do play better when he's out there. But yeah, I mean, once we start progressing up the league, or up the leagues, we can't afford to just be keeping a player in because of how good he is at taking set pieces, and that's where he will probably end up losing his place in the side. But as things stand, we can afford to just have a set piece specialist in the side that doesn't really do a lot else, because a lot of our goals come from set pieces. Mata threw on goal again, forces a save out of the Braintree keeper and can't turn in the rebound. Who's picked up an injury? It's Carter who's picked up an injury, so we'll bring on Vince Jepson for him, give him a run out. I've been trying to give him game time. Carter's been in very good form, so I've been putting him in when we've rotated, but it's very rare for him to get game time. I think we're going to have to look at maybe getting rid of him at the end of the season. Although he's just heard me, he's through on goal, forces a save out the keeper. Tate picks up the loose ball but loses out, and it's now throw-in, but I think that's going to be the end of the highlight. It is. So as things stand, we will be 3 points clear at the top of the table with a game in hand. Going to make some substitutions now. I think we're going to bring Tate off because we've barely seen him today. We'll bring Hector Ingram on. De Bayo on a yellow card, so we'll bring Aswad Thomas on. This will be the first time I think you've seen him in a video since he joined us earlier in the season. He has played a couple of games for us, but mostly as a substitute. And it looks like we're not going to get any more highlights in the game today. You know, solid performance from us. Just a 1-0 win. It's very unlike us. I think that's only one of 2 1-0 wins that we've had this season. If we score, we generally score a lot. But then, considering we had a game midweek, I think we did well, really. I mean, we don't struggle for fitness very much unless we're playing, unless we've only got like a 2-day gap between games, then we do struggle. But we've got enough of a squad in order to rotate. There's 1 or 2 areas where I think we could do with better players, but I'm hoping to bring in a familiar face. For those of you that have been watching the channel since I started, it's someone who you will have seen before in some of my series from FM19 and FM18. Hopefully we'll be able to get him in for the next episode. Carter's going to be out for 12 days. That's not too bad. We'll have a quick look, see where we're going to come back. I mean, I would like to come back for the second round of the FA Trophy, but it's only 3 games away, so it's quite close to where we are now. I think if we make it through the second round of the FA Trophy, we'll come back for the third round. If not, we'll probably come back around the end of February, maybe for Houseowen Town and Enfield Town, because we didn't get to see the Enfield game earlier in the season. So if you like that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for more FM20 content, and follow me on Facebook and Twitter at WeaselGamerTV for both of those. And thank you very much for watching.